Hello, and thank you all for attending. My name is Ella Khan, and I specialize in story and character art. Wow. Little backstory on me. I think I had my first aha, this is what I want to do moment when I was about 17 and I attended a re release of the original Mary Poppins in theaters. I was moved at how invested the audience was in the story and how, despite its age, still stirred laughter and tears amongst multiple generations. I will never forget that night because that is when I knew filmmaking was something I desperately wanted to be a part of, thus propelling me into my long journey at Art Center. I began my journey learning the basics of character animation, then quickly dove into character performance and acting. I had the most fun coming up with little gestures and nuances that made these characters so unique and charming. I loved to watch others react and emote with my characters, and chased those reactions with every piece I created. I then began applying my recently learned animation skills into a newly developed interest I had for storyboarding. My love for musicals, and just in general sequences that stirred a lot of energy and crazy antics, inspired me to board two musical sequences under the mentorship of the esteemed Terry Mays. Yay, Terry! I enjoyed the experience so much that I went on to board other sequences that touched on new, more challenging ideas, such as character sensibilities and relationship building. The sequence shown here was inspired by my personal experience sitting through the lockdown at home with my brother. This sequence, entitled Left Brain, Right Brain, touches on the differences between my little brother, who is very organized and methodical, and his very chaotic, spontaneous, and, yes, sometimes annoying, big sister. But in the end, we realize that we both need each other to create balance and come up with something new. I boarded this sequence under the supervision of the esteemed Randy Haycock. Yeah, Randy! Woo! My final terms of college snuck up on me very quickly. This is when I began the biggest, most challenging project of my life, pitching and directing a short film from start to finish. As daunting as the idea of being a director was, I believe I learned the most through this experience. I learned how to come up with a production schedule, coordinate with different artists who specialize in different crafts, contribute to the production and keep my files neat and easy to access, and finally piece everything together in time for the deadline. While there were times I doubted myself and, especially during the pandemic, lost motivation, I did my best to be a cheerleader for my team. I realized that an unmotivated director leads to an unmotivated team. So we pushed through. When I saw their work, their passion showed through, and in return it brought back the spark in me. Mulberry is a film with bits and pieces of my childhood memories sprinkled in, and because the story resonated with my artist as well, has bits and pieces of their childhood memories too. It is a very special film I hold dear, and I couldn't be more proud of all the work that was put into it. I am forever grateful for this experience. Once again, thank you all for attending our grad show, and congratulations to my peers for completing your journeys as well.